Hey everyone. I hope I'm not being annoying, but the Sabbath is about to start, and I just wanted to share in case anybody is interested in studying the Gospel of Nicodemus. Um, the stuff I've even this afternoon. I mean, I when you find something, and like this text just opens up a door of wisdom, and when you just get so excited and overwhelmed. It's like, God, how do I share this with people? There's so much information I got to study. Sabbath is coming. I celebrate the Sabbath and stuff. Um, so anyway, I just kind of wanted to point people in a direction because I did discover some really amazing stuff. And so instead, it takes so much time and energy to do a full Bible study and to do it so it's clear and concise, people can understand. So there we go. Okay. So, we know in studying the Gospel of Nicodemus, especially the part where the letter is written about Jesus descending into hell and breaking asunder the gates of hell, which are described to be in brass and iron. And that is absolutely scriptural. Okay, you could check out, again, I'll repeat myself. You could check out Psalm 107, Psalm 24, and Isaiah 45. And I think with this understanding, if you could see that, you could see that the Cyrus prophecy is probably a messianic prophecy. It's probably not about Trump. We know Trump does not worship the God of Israel, does not worship the true God. He worships a false God. So we know that. So when you look at that stuff, we could see that these are the gates that Jesus has prophesied of breaking asunder, and but it gets better. Now this gospel talks about where we go when we die. It's a very dark place, a place of waiting. Now I haven't read this stuff out again to see if it matches. I haven't done the full study, but if I want to look into this, I know the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, is a chapter to read and to see if it goes with the Gospel of Nicodemus, which, from what I remember, it generally does. And I see it in the Bible, and I'll get to that. But the KJV version of 2nd Esdras did not read. They edited chapter 7 specifically because they didn't like the doctrine of not praying for the dead. I'm not going to get into that. So, go with the Catholic versions of 2nd Esdras if you're interested. And there is a chapter or two in Enoch that talks about what happens when we die. Excuse me for all the interruptions. So anyway, the big revelation I found this afternoon, okay, on top of all this, I realized we all know Psalm 23, the valley of the shadow of death, right? We're all so familiar with Psalm 23. But we always think of the valley of the shadow of death as some metaphoric symbology. And it is. But we don't know. But I think the Gospel of Nicodemus opens up that door to the real, actual context of the valley of the shadow of death. It's that dark place that Christ brings that light in, and he comes and frees the captives. Now, if you want to look into this, all you have to do is do a topic search of shadow death. Just go in Blue Letter Bible, shadow death. All right? The book of Job, all over the place, talks about the same place. It's in the Gospels. It's all over the place. It's all over the Bible. So you could start researching that. And so I think the Gospel of Nicodemus opens that understanding. So when you read in Psalm 23, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and the Lord puts me in green pastures, it's like, that's the resurrection, man. That's our salvation in Christ. And after our death, and it's just amazing. that the valley of the shadow of death is a real place, and it's talked about all throughout the scriptures. Again, I'll just repeat myself. Just do a topic search of valley death or something like that, and you'll see it all over the Bible. And it perfectly matches up with what's described in the Gospel of Nicodemus, and from what I remember of 2nd Esther 7, though that's going to be the next chapter I'm going to be reading to check up on that. So if anyone's interested, it's really amazing. It does open up a whole door of wisdom and understanding to our scriptures. So I thought that was really cool. I stumbled upon that this afternoon. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, wow. So, yeah, so we could able to know the real context of the valley of the shadow of death, and it's all over the Bible, and it talks about the same thing. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, yeah, the Gospel of Nicodemus opens up that door in a clear understanding. Absolutely amazing. So, okay, guys, thanks for watching. Shabbat Shalom, and excuse me. Catch you guys next video. God bless.